Hey, I hate to break it to you, but Vietnam actually kind of sucks. Let's talk about it. I'm from the US. I wanted to move to Vietnam, and so I applied for the tourist visa, and I've been here 3 months officially now. So I have a good experience of what it's like to be in Vietnam, and it's not all bad, of course. But for me, the cons outweigh the pros. And that's different from most perspectives you're going to find on the internet, so I thought I'd talk about it because if I had seen the video that I'm about to make, then I probably wouldn't have come. Probably just went to Thailand. And I'm sorry in advance. I love you, Vietnam, but you have some serious problems. So let's talk about it. Number one, it's dangerous. No, not in the way that you're gonna get mugged or assaulted or killed or anything like that, like you might in Latin America or somewhere like that. But as soon as you land, your lungs are gonna get assaulted. Air pollution is so bad in Vietnam, and it is getting worse. And it's a problem. Look up the air quality where you're going, because where I went in Saigon, it was absolutely disgusting. You land in a pile of filth. When I went to Da Nang, it was better, but still bad and not acceptable. Now, I'm used to good air quality back in the US. So this I took for granted, but I've had all kinds of coughing, wheezing, sinus infections, things like this here, and it is not okay. Number two, the noise. It is absolutely not okay. I cannot find a quiet place here in Vietnam. It has been a real struggle. There's karaoke all the time. There's motorbikes all the time. I mean, it's so hard to get out of the noise. And yeah, you can leave the city, but you need the city. You have to be a city person to live in Vietnam if you're an expat, because that's where all the services are. And as soon as you leave the city, people don't speak any English. And the English proficiency here in the cities is still really, really bad. Unless you're in a really touristy area of Da Nang or Ho Chi Minh. And even then, you're probably not going to want to live there, are you? So that for me is a deal breaker, because I realized in my mid-30s now, I am just not a city person anymore. And that's okay. I learned that. But the thing is, you're going to have to ride a motorbike anywhere, even if you're in the city. There is no public transportation in Vietnam, basically. They have one metro line in Saigon, and it's not really very useful. And so I had to buy a motorbike to get around. Otherwise, you have to ride on the back of other people's motorbikes and grab or get personal taxis, and that adds a cost if you were going to take cars everywhere. And it's dangerous. Everybody knows that. It's dangerous to ride a motorbike. Especially when you don't know how the people react here. And they can be very self-centered here in Vietnam, where they just pull out, man. They just freaking pull out in front of you. It's chaos at first sight. It becomes, you adapt to it a bit after a while. But man, it is rough. I had really close calls where people just pull out in front of me randomly. I wasn't even going that fast. It was just like, boom, there they are. And I had to slam on brakes, and I skidded and all that. And hey, I'm okay now, but man, that's not okay. And here's the thing. I can't drive legally in Vietnam because they don't recognize my international driving permit. It's a 1949 edition, and a lot of countries only issue those, and Vietnam only recognizes the 1968 edition. So that's a huge problem, because if I get into an accident, I'm not covered at all. I can't get insurance, nothing. And so it's extremely risky to be here, for me financially as well. And so I've just had to be like super cautious driving places. And even then, we got stopped, and they were like, "You're speeding," and they showed a picture of us, and we weren't. And they wouldn't tell us the speed limit, and they tried to get us to pay a really expensive fine. And then we offered 1 million for both of us, and they let us go. So, you know, you don't have any leverage here as a motorcyclist with the authorities. So that's sketchy. That's not good. And I don't like it. I don't like having to pay bribes to cops. That's not okay. And not even having a way, unless you get a temporary residence card, to get a valid license. I'm happy to go about the proper channels, get a valid license. But you need to, Vietnam, you need to chill out and recognize our international driving permits and our motorcycle licenses in other countries, because we have valid, good licenses, and I have many years of motorbike experience. And it's one of the things that attracted me to Vietnam is the motorbike culture. But just seeing how people can be so unaware. Locals are just hauling all kinds of random stuff on their motorbikes. Their truck drivers are so aggressive. And just seeing how dangerous people drive here, I'm just like, oh my God, I never want to drive here in Vietnam ever again. And for me, when you can't drive, you can't explore, and then the whole situation falls apart, because you don't want to put yourself, you know, if you don't want to go out, then why stay here? You know, the point is to enjoy the place where you're living. So that's a problem. That's a huge problem. And the thing is, for my specialized medical condition, I have some fungus. Vietnam has been terrible. The medical care has been terrible. I think for most people it'd be okay, you know. It is very affordable and good quality, but for me in particular, and I think for some people, it's just not going to be good enough. Better to go to Thailand. And that leads into bad infrastructure. You know, the roads are terrible in Vietnam. I'm sorry. They're improving them rapidly, but right now they're still bad. We went on a long motorbike trip, and there was so much bad roads. Our butts were so sore by the end of that trip, man. Let me tell you, it was bad. There's no sidewalks. You can't walk anywhere. And that's dangerous, because then you're just walking out on the road. You have to walk sometimes. So now you're just out in traffic with all the trucks and the motorbikes. So that's a deal breaker for me. Like, look, I value my personal safety and my health. And it just feels like people don't value that here. They don't see that as something that people would want, or they're just working towards it. They're just not there yet. The way I think of Vietnam right now is actually kind of funny. I call it Asian Mexico. Because it is wild, man. It is absolutely wild, full of energy, but also no creativity whatsoever. Everything is just a copycat. You know, everything is just like, for instance, like they have these big slides, colorful slides here in Dalat, and it worked for one person, so they just copied it, you know, over and over and over again. So now there's just a dozen big colorful slides. And they copied the Eiffel Tower, they put it up there. It's so tacky, man. This country is so tacky. They're just like copycats. They're just like, oh, whatever's working, man. Yeah, whatever's working, we'll do that. The Europeans, yeah, we're just gonna copy the French on everything. It's kind of funny. It's so bad that it's good, you know. But it's sad, you know. Like, have some creativity, have some individuality. You know, I guess as Americans, like, we just take that for granted, that people have, you know, character, and they're not just a bunch of NPCs running around here. So, sorry to be rude. Sorry if I was rude. I love all people. I have compassion for all people. I only want the best, but I have to rant about Vietnam right now, man, because I'm on my way out of here. And, man, I was not told about this country, man, because it's overpopulated. It's absolutely complete. The cities are overpopulated. Everybody is jam-packed into the cities like sardines. More than like Manhattan. It's more dense than that, all the cities. And I can't handle it. It's too dense. You know, every time you just want to walk out into the street, it's like you can't even walk anywhere, man. It's too dense. It's like a jungle. So, and poverty is a huge problem here. They're lifting themselves out of poverty slowly, but it is so bad, man. People are really struggling. You know, people don't have money here. and they're desperate, and it kind of brings the vibe down quite a bit, to see people in misery like this and not being able to take care of themselves. And man, it's rough. It's kind of rough. The burning season is rough. It's not bad as bad here, of course, as Thailand or places like that, but it's still bad. They're burning stuff all the time, and it's really bad. And a lot of people burn their garbage, and it's just unacceptable. I don't want to be breathing in burning garbage. That's not okay. And the trash collection by the government is just not good enough. So that's a huge problem. And people can be really selfish and rude here. I have to say it. Just the fact that people will just pull out in front of you, like I said, in the motorbike all the time. People in the checkout line trying to cut in front of you. It's a lot of that. And people have been grabbed me and invaded my personal space a lot. There's a lot of touching culture here, which has a positive side, but for me, I don't like that. So I like my personal boundaries. And so I'm just not into it. I'm not into that. And I know that I met some beautiful people in Vietnam, and they have really lovely hearts, and they have a communal spirit here. But it's just a lot of other people too, man. The Instagram culture, the people that just go to all the coffee shops and they're just always just taking pictures, man. It's bad. It's bad. It's all about the photo. And I was going up the stairs, and there was this group of people, and they blocked my way because they're like, "No, we're gonna take our photo." I'm like, "Fuck you, then." And I'm just pushed them out, I'm like, "Well, get out of the way." You can't just block the stairs, just because, for a bunch of time on end, I gave them a chance to take the photos, It's not like I'm just impatient, but they're just blocking it, So that kind of stuff, just typical Gen Z stuff, because there's a lot of young people in Vietnam, and there's a lot of bureaucracy here. There's a lot of rules, I can't get a temporary residence card here, It's going to be so hard. I have to become an English teacher and do all this stuff. No way. And then in Thailand, you just pay a few $100 and bam, you get a DTV visa, five years. There you go. But here it's not that simple at all. It's very closed off society. And the visas, a lot of people are doing visa runs. That's a pain in the butt. Every 90 days having to go and spend 2 days doing a visa run and spend hundreds of dollars. No way. Absolutely no way. And yeah, things are cheap here, but they're not nice. You get what you pay for in life, to buy actually nice things that are comparable with American stuff, it's still cheaper. It's half price. But then you have to live in Vietnam. So it's you're always getting what you pay for, man. You're going to save money by coming here, but you're going to have a less optimal experience. And I don't really need all this stuff. I realize the food is good, but I'm tired of it. I'm tired of Vietnamese food. They don't know how to do foreign food here. It's their Mexican food is terrible. Their, it's kind of limited actually. Their ability to create and replicate foreign food here. So I can't wait. I can't wait to leave. And I know you're gonna hate me in the comments. I know I'm gonna get so much hate, but I am just over it. All the noise and the pollution and the rude people and all of it, man. And I can't, and they don't take debit cards anywhere. They don't take credit cards anywhere, man. It's cash only. And so now I'm just going to lose a bunch of money because I'm converting all my currency. For instance, I thought it was a good idea to buy a motorbike instead of rent one, but it's coming back to bite me because I didn't know that the bike I bought has plates in another province, and it's a pain in the butt to register it from province to province. Like I said, bureaucracy everywhere, red tape everywhere. And so I'm taking the hits. I'm going to lose $200 because I have to sell the bike for a lot less. So it's a pain in the butt. It's a pain in the butt. And it's so much that I don't know And it's so much that I don't even want to know. Because I've lost my curiosity for learning more about this place. The language is really hard. It's very tonal, and I loved it at first. I know a decent amount of Vietnamese now, but man, I didn't even scratch the surface, and it was so hard. For me, I love learning other languages. Spanish and stuff is easy for me to learn, and I enjoy that so much more. I'm thinking so much more about other places now, South America, Central America, or Oceania. Places that are just nicer. Vietnam's just not nice, man. It's just how it is. It's had a rough history. I don't condone the things that the U.S. did to Vietnam and made it this way, blew it up and set it back for so many years. And that's not fair, and that's not okay. But still, like, coming here now, it's just not the vibe. The vibe is off. I just gotta say it. And it's a hot take maybe, because everybody's talking about how great Vietnam is. Da Nang, Ho Chi Minh, all this stuff, and I'm like, you guys haven't been here. I don't know, or you're here and you don't value your health or something, because just breathing here is hard. And if you're sensitive at all, like me, then you can't handle it. And yeah, it's cheap, but it's not nice. And you have to be a city person, and I'm just not. So look, everybody has their own cup of tea. This is why I discovered that Vietnam isn't for me, and that I'm leaving and not coming back. Thank you so much for having me. I enjoyed my time here a little bit, but it was stressful. It was too much noise. And I'm just trying to meditate and send love and kindness out to everybody. But yeah, on we go.